Jill Sobule did just that, and her story ended in a way no one saw coming. Let's dive into the life of a trailblazer whose wit, heart, and guitar left a mark, until a tragic fire changed everything. Back in 1995, Sobule dropped I Kissed a Girl, a bold, bubbly track that made history as the first openly queer song to hit Billboard's Top 20. It was a cultural gut punch, celebrating bisexuality with a wink, but Southern radio stations weren't having it. They banned it outright. Still, Sobule's fearless spirit shone through. And that wasn't the whole story. Her next hit, Supermodel, became the sarcastic heartbeat of Clueless. With lyrics poking at anorexia and society's obsession with looks, it showed Sobule's knack for blending humor with hard truths. Fans loved her for it, but mainstream fame, that stayed just out of reach. What happened next would define her career. Despite critical praise, Sobule never broke past cult status. The music industry's grind, pushing for radio-friendly hits, clashed with her raw, ironic style. She poured her soul into 12 albums, tackling everything from the death penalty to Jewish identity, but the spotlight rarely followed. Yet, she kept going, and that resilience sparked something unexpected. Rumors swirled when Katy Perry's 2008 I Kissed a Girl hit big. Fans whispered about a feud, with Sobule hinting Perry's track felt too close to hers. She later brushed it off, but the buzz lingered, especially after her death. It's been said that bad blood never fully faded, though no one knows for sure. Here's what's crazier. Sobule was a pioneer, crowdfunding albums before it was cool and pouring her teenage angst into the off-Broadway hit F, 7th grade. Her vulnerable, no setlist live shows won die-hard fans. But days before her death, a haunting social media post hinted at tour struggles and health woes. Fans now speculate, was she crying for help? We may never know. Then came the fire. On May 1, 2025, Sobule's Minnesota home went up in flames, taking her life at 66. Investigators are digging. Some say drugs or alcohol might have played a role, but nothing's confirmed. The mystery deepens, and fans are left reeling. Ruth Buzz's career is a wild ride of laughs, surprises, and unforgettable moments that still echo today. Let's dive into her story. Born in 1936 in Rhode Island, Ruth grew up in Connecticut, where her sculptor father sparked her creative streak. At 17, she hit the Pasadena Playhouse, but dance class. A disaster. When she cracked jokes to cover her stumbles, her teacher saw gold and taught her a funny ballet. That moment flipped her path to comedy. But how did she go from ballet to Broadway? Enter Dom DeLuise. In the early 60s, Ruth teamed up with him, playing Shakuntala to his bumbling Dominic the Great in a comedy magician act. Their quirky chemistry lit up stages and TV screens, landing her in the spotlight. But something bigger was coming. In 1968, Rowan and Martin's Laugh-In made Ruth a household name. Her characters, drunk Doris Swizzle, gossiping Busy Buzzy, and the purse-swinging Gladys Ormsby, stole the show. Gladys, with her dowdy dress and sharp tongue, became a legend, earning Ruth 3 Emmy nods and a Golden Globe in 1973. And that wasn't the end of Gladys's reign. Gladys Ormsby wasn't just a character, she was a phenomenon. Ruth brought her to Dean Martin's 1974 roast and even Weird Al Yankovic's 1995 Gump video. At a Beverly Hills party, Elton John himself beelined to Ruth, pleading, "Please hit me with your purse, it's on my bucket list." That's the kind of impact she had. But there's more to her story. Before Laugh-In, Ruth shone on Broadway in Sweet Charity in 1966, and later, she popped up in about 20 films, from comedies to animated voice roles. Her versatility kept her in demand for decades. But what's she been up to lately? Online, fans have been buzzing. Some claim Ruth's gone reclusive, with whispers about her health since her public appearances dwindled in the 2010s. Nothing's confirmed, but the speculation keeps her name alive on platforms like X. What's really going on? We may never know. Ruth Buzz's legacy is undeniable. From a dance class flop to a comedy icon, she turned every stumble into a laugh. Ricky DeVaro's story answers that with a career that danced across stages, screens, and even political dreams. Let's dive into his world. Ricky started not with a script, but with a beat. As a member of the Vicer crowd, he moved with a passion he called his first love. Dance wasn't just a step, it was the rhythm that carried him into entertainment. But what came next would surprise everyone. In the 1980s, Ricky took the stage as a fictionalized Bong Bong Marcos in Bong Bong at Chris. The play was bold, political, and put his name in lights. It wasn't just theater, it was a statement. And that was only the beginning. On screen, Ricky became a master of menace. His role as Eduardo Rodrigo in Mula Sa Puso chilled audiences, while films like Apaglaban Mo earned him awards, proving he could steal any scene. But there's more to his story. Behind the camera, Ricky directed hits like Magpakailanman and judged at the 2013 ASEAN Film Festival. He wasn't just in the game, he helped shape it. Yet, not every move was expected. In 2010, Ricky ran for councillor in Quezon City. He withdrew when his film Working Girls conflicted with campaign rules, a choice that sparked buzz. And then there's his personal side. Ricky married actress Jackie Lu Blanco, raising 3 kids before separating. They stayed cordial, even reuniting on screen in 2023. Since 2021, he's been with Malka Daroca. Last year, whispers of a serious illness surfaced, though nothing's confirmed. Here's what's being said. Fans are curious, but Ricky kept it private. Ricky DeVaro was more than an actor, he was a dancer, director, and dreamer. His legacy? A quiet strength that spoke through every role. What's the mark of a true icon? Ricky's life invites you to decide. Nana Kami, a legend whose music captured love and pain, lived a story far more complex than her songs let on. Let's dive into the untold chapters of her life. Born into a musical dynasty, Nana was destined for the spotlight. Her father, Dorival Kami, and mother, Stella Meris, were icons, and her brothers, Dori and Danilo, followed suit. By 1960, Nana was recording tracks and gracing TV screens, her voice blending melancholy with raw emotion. Her debut album, Nana, dropped in 1963, setting the stage for a career that would echo across decades. But her early years weren't just about music, they were about choices that would shape her path. At 20, Nana married Dr. Gilberto Jose Aponte Pauli and moved to Caracas, Venezuela. There, she welcomed 2 daughters, Stella and Denise, but the distance from Brazil's music scene weighed heavily. Her marriage clashed with her ambitions, and by 1966, she was back in Rio, giving birth to her son, João. Life as a mother and artist was no easy balance, and whispers of personal sacrifices began to surface. But Nana wasn't one to stay down for long. In 1966, she took the stage at Rio's International Popular Singing Festival, winning the national phase with Severos, a poetic gem by her brother Dori. She placed second overall, proving her voice could rival the world's best. This moment marked her as a rising star, but what came next would spark even more buzz. Enter Gilberto Gil, the future Tropicalia legend. In 1967, Nana married him, but their union lasted just a year. Fans still speculate about what went wrong. Did Gil's skyrocketing fame create tension? Was Nana's own career pulling her in another direction? Reports claim their split was amicable, but the mystery lingers, fueling online chatter. And that wasn't the whole story. By the 1990s, Nana was at her peak, her voice the soul of Brazilian telenovelas. Her music, often compared to Portuguese fado, wove tales of love and loss, resonating with millions. Collaborations with Sergio Mendes and Sarah Vaughan only cemented her status. Yet, behind the melodies, Nana carried the weight of 3 marriages. Her final one to Claudio Nucci ended in 1984, and a life of raising 3 kids under fame's glare. In 2010, the documentary Rio Sonata brought Nana's story to new audiences, painting her as Brazil's voice of longing. But on May 1, 2025, just days after her 84th birthday, Nana passed away. The cause remains unclear, and online forums buzz with theories. Some say health struggles, others hint at a quiet exit. What's certain is her loss left a void. Nana Caymmi's music told stories of beauty and pain, but her life was the real masterpiece.